Hey guys, it's the coach. It's Mike here with the Pick Six, and we're going to talk about the XFL USFL merger, our dream scenario of what we want the merger to be and what we hope 2024 looks like in the spring world. But first, Mike is going to drop some knowledge and let you know what's going on, all this craziness that's been happening over the last 48 hours in the spring football world. Let's get it.
All right, everybody. Here's everything that I have been able to find out, scouring the internet for different facts about what's going on between our two friends, the USFL and XFL. From what I can understand, it is a merger of equals, meaning the USFL union team and the XFL team that is non-union officials and players will be working within each other. So while this has happened before, it'll be interesting to see how it transpires, especially with such a quick merger and how they are already going to be racing against the clock to get it done by 2024. Some have said it might not happen before 2024, but the whole intention from both sides, from what I can understand, is to get it done before the next season. New Orleans and Seattle have been approached for advanced talks, as well as there's stadium rumors in San Diego. So I am not sure if either of those things are tied together, but we shall see. One thing's for certain, this whole thing got started by Redbird Capital. They started the negotiations due to their unhappiness with a, air quotes, long-term investment of 1 year, not paying out. They're down $60 million and plan to recoup it somehow. While many people believe Danny Garcia has alluded to this for quite some time in some way, shape, or form, I can only believe that Redbird has been putting pressure on profitability the whole time, especially with the economic situation. So it could have been open to it as something to please investors in this interesting world. Last thing, the big word I've seen is from multiple sources. These guys are going to be trying to split their TV deals and utilize both as a resource. And that is a big calling for the XFL. So it's very lucky that they were able to secure something as far as a long-term TV deal with these guys. So that's all we know exactly right now with what's going on with the merger, who started it. A lot of people are being mums the word, even Fox Sports themselves. So that means something is coming soon, in my opinion.
All right, let's get down to the fun stuff. We now know what's going on between the XFL, USFL. Let's get in with our dream scenario. So me and Mike sat down, we got in the lab, and we concocted what we think is the best scenario of this merger. And we think the dream scenario includes 12 teams. We think 12 teams. 16 is too much. A lot of these teams don't have good deals. Vegas, I don't know what the heck they're going to do. Maybe they'll play, in a high school stadium if the XFL was going to play this year. But we're going to go with they're not going to be here in 2024 if there's a merger. So we're going with 12 teams. We got 3 divisions of 4 teams, which we like, spread it around, spread the wealth around, with it being a south, north, and east. And Mike will break those down here in a bit. So stay tuned for that. We have 10 games scheduled. Keep that the same. 2 games against each opponent. So you get 6 division games with 4 NFL style cross division matchups. And what I mean by that is I want the best playing the best. Just like how we have the Chiefs going at and playing the Eagles and stuff like that. I want the best playing the best. And they should do the same in the XFL, USFL. Maybe not year 1, but if it mergers and we move on, the number 1 team and number 2 team in each division should play the other number 1, number 2 team in their cross matchups. Let's get good games. Let's get good quality games. Let's really have fun with this spring league. So I really am looking forward to that. And then finally, you have 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, and 1 Monday night game to kind of finish off the week. I think that really ties it all together, make it NFL style. Give us football on multiple days. Give the people what they want, and I think they'll enjoy it. I'm interested to see how the contract breaks down, but I guess in this scenario, maybe each entity, NBC, Fox, ESPN, get their own division to follow, similar to the old NFL rules with CBS and Fox. Or maybe they get, Monday night on ESPN, Sundays on Fox, Saturdays on NBC. Who knows how that's going to work out, but as long as all 3 are there, it's going to mean so much success to the spring league, because you cannot have 3 of the major players and fail. It's like impossible. It's impossible, right?
All right, everybody, we're going to be starting out with the teams we're going to cut. One of the Houston teams, starting off easy. One of the Houston teams has got to go. You can't have 2 teams in Houston. We are awesome and big and can pack a house, but we can only pack one house, as I say. H-Town till I know. Next up, we will have New Orleans. This is going to be a sensitive topic. I know they have done middling, I would say at best, and it would be great to get them in their home stadium. But I think, and we think, they are out in this scenario. It just does not make any sense. Next up is fake Dallas. Of course, the Arlington Renegades. We cannot have the victor in this league. We need to start fresh. Anybody that wins needs to get out. So we're going to be cutting the Arlington Renegades next. And last, we will have the Vegas Vipers. Doesn't make any sense. That place was a dumpster fire. The XFL might have cut them on their own, even if they had stuck around as themselves. They don't have a good stadium. They didn't really have a fan base. I think the only fan they have follows us on Twitter. So thank you, sir. But they will be gone. And we are going to be moving on to the first division that we want to introduce, which will be the East Division. That's going to be consisting of the DC Defenders, one of the powerhouses of the XFL, an absolute gem to watch. That's some good football guaranteed in your first division here. Then we're going to be keeping Orlando. One of your big operations managers really prefers Orlando, and it has a decent base with a good stadium deal. So they're going to be holding it down in the Southeast, followed by our USFL companion, New Jersey. The Generals are going to be rounding it down for the USFL here in the East Division. And then Philadelphia as well. The Philadelphia Stars, you can't lose them. Next, we are going to be introducing the North Division. Now, this is going to be a bit interesting. It's going to encompass a good portion of the northern part of the United States, but it is the best way to make it work with the attendance to brand ratio that we'd like to see. This will also have a transferred stadium here. First off, we're going to have Seattle. It is one of the better performing XFL crowds and teams. It has a good stadium deal, and it has so far had a good branding as far as social media and colors and jerseys, in my opinion. So that will be coming in. Next, we have St. Louis, the best performing XFL team. Then we will have Pittsburgh moving to Canton, which the USFL has been pretty obvious with their intentions here with Canton. So they're going to be coming in to the North Division here. And Michigan as well will be rounding out the North Division. You cannot have football without a Michigan team. It just seems right. I also know that Michigan has not been contacted whatsoever. So looks like they're going to be sticking around. You don't get Ford Field, a good lease on Ford Field, and just put that to waste. The last but not least division, we're going to be having the South Division with a championship Birmingham Stallions team to start us off. You did not think that one of the more recognizable brands of the USFL is gonna leave. Next, we're going to have Houston. One of the Houston brands, whichever one you feel sticks more, has the most recent opinion of the Roughnecks, made you shift a view, or will the history of the Gamblers make you turn back over to the Gambler side, depending on whether or not you believe them playing in town has an effect on it or not. Next, we will have Memphis. They are a great hub city right now so far for USFL, and you would not want to lose the steam that you've gotten with them and the Showboats. So they are definitely going to be sticking around here in our Southern Division, rounded out by San Antonio, which is one of the more hungry crowds. If they had a better team, I think they would have had way better attendance here for the XFL. We shall see how that plays out. This is one of the better rounded out divisions as far as logistically. Southern Division, it always works out that way. Football is lived and breathed and died by here. So
Yeah, and the
That
best rivalries. You got San Antonio, Houston, Birmingham, Memphis. I think the rivalries ranking in the South and just make it a whole lot of fun. And we don't need Arlington because you don't need too many Texas teams. That's kind of where I feel like XFL failed. You got to spread your wings a little bit, spread it from city to city. So not just have 3 teams in one state. So we're going to improve that with our merger. All in all, though, I think it's going to be fun. I hope it goes through. I hope that we see the scenario play out, but only time will tell. But I will leave you with my last golden nugget, and that would be our dream scenario playoffs, which would be you have the winner of each division get in, and then let's do a wild card. 4 teams need the playoffs. That's it. That's all you need. Let's do the wild card being the 4th spot, and the number 1 team plays the wild card. I'm looking forward to it. We don't have to do what we did in the XFL or the USFL where we got to throw some 4 and 6 teams in there just because they won they're the best second best team in their division. No, we're skipping that. Just 1 wild card. Screw that mess. We want the best teams playing football. We don't want 4 and 6 teams winning a championship. Sorry, XFL. Maybe you wouldn't have lost 60 million if that wasn't the case. I don't know. But that's all we have. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We appreciate y'all. If you like these videos and you want to get more of them, please like and subscribe for more college football content. We appreciate all the love and support. We are currently on the grind to 100 subs. We love you guys. Peace.